Hey guys, Hecon's here with another World of Warcraft video. Today we're going to be taking a look at a couple new leveling spots that I had a chance to test out this past week. Since they did nerf Silithus on Tuesday, there's actually 3 spots I'm going to cover, pros and cons to each of the farms and spots. So let's get right into it. Before we get started, I want to give a huge shout out to my supporters for the month of March on Patreon. Thank you Nish, Nadim aka Stormy, Liam, Lachlan, Lord Ruin, as well as Avalon. Do appreciate you guys for supporting the channel. The first method we're going to be taking a look at today is actually one that Archfelder covered in one of his videos. You guys mentioned the method in the comments of my most recent video, so I thought this would be worth checking out first.
Light, help us.
It does start out with NPC in your garrison, so you will need to have that set up. It is also alliance only, so it's going to be a hindrance for people trying to level tunes on Horde. However, I do have 2 other methods that will work for both Alliance and Horde. I do like that this is repeatable though. You can get the same amount of experience each time. There's very little time in between kills, so you get plenty of experience, and it's probably much better than questing still for leveling from 50 to 60. So once you pick up the quest to Hero's Welcome, you're going to head down to Embari Village and complete 4 quests. And that'll get you set up to kill the NPC over and over again for the experience. Please note that I also have the starter account set up. I have a level 10 on that account, and we are party synced. And you can see that here in the quest log. Very important step. You don't want to miss doing this, otherwise you're not going to get the experience. So these are the quests that you need to finish. Closing the Door, Think of the Children, and Dark Enemies. There's actually a 4th quest that you'll complete when you're taking care of Think of the Children. So those are the 4 that you need to do to get it set up correctly. Once we finish up those 4 quests, we want to fly over to Velen and pick up this quest, Shadows Awaken. There's like 30 seconds of RP, but definitely worth it, as we're going to be killing a rare that's worth 9,000 with Well Rested.
Stop this! What do you want?
I actually probably should have picked up War Mode as well to get the extra 20%.
Powers of the Dark Star, to Shazgul with you.
No!
Tell your prophet that his era is over. Darkness dawns.
Make sure when you kill the NPC not to turn this quest in. You're not going to be able to do it again. Instead, we're going to abandon the quest and just pick it up again after we kill the rare. And you guys can see we got 9,000 with Well Rested. If you have like War Mode, it would give you 10.8k, so it's definitely worth picking that up.
We need to get our eyes onto the field. Rangari can help us.
Now, this is really important. Make sure you don't turn it in. You gotta abandon it from your quest log. Everything should respawn and you can pick up the quest again. And the rare should spawn a second time.
Without faith, the battle is lost.
Like I said, it is repeatable and fairly easy to pull off and set up. However, it is Alliance only, so let's go ahead and take a look at the next 2 farms, which are going to be for both Alliance and Horde. This is the setup for the second method. I do have another level 10 allied race set up on a starter account. Don't think the timeline matters too much, but I have the Mists of Pandaria one selected. I'm in the party with the level 53 that I want to level. And make sure the party sync is enabled. So I started testing a few things out in different zones, and Arathi seemed like a pretty good one. So I came out here. And we're just going to be targeting the rares in this zone. So what I've been doing is just flying back and forth between these 2. Usually when I kill this one, I can fly down and kill this one, and when I fly back, this one should be back up. Get this. Alright, so you guys can see the NPC actually gave us 3.6. That's with well rested as well as the war mode bonus. So the same amount that the Silithus were giving us, but it's just one mob. And then the other smaller stuff is giving us 562 and 720. I think it's better just targeting the rares. Definitely worth having a add-on like Tomcat's Tours to show us where all the rares spawn. But like I said, I've just been targeting these two. Usually after I kill this one, the guy that we just killed will be back up. Another 3.6k. Yeah, I think at this level the quests are worth around 3,000. So I think this is slightly better than doing quests. And like I said, it'd be a lot faster if I was spec'd out DPS. I do really like the respawn timers on these guys. It's very fast. And there's actually a lot of rares to choose from. Some of these actually drop mounts and stuff, so it's definitely worth doing at least once per day. This is the last method we're going to be taking a look at today. The setup is actually the same as the previous two. Just have a level 10.
Is this hello or goodbye?
Select any of the timelines. I don't think it matters too much. And then of course have party sync enabled as well. So this is a tune I want to level. We are in the Vale of Eternal Blossoms and Pandaria. Should look like this with the party sync enabled. For this, I definitely recommend something like NPC scan to let you know where all the rares are. XP from these NPCs is actually insane. With war mode, this guy should give, I think, 10.8k. I actually got 9k because I don't have war mode on this tune. But you can see it's the same experience as the first method, except we can do it on horde tunes as well, since this is just open world. Not linked to any quests. There's actually quite a few NPCs in the zone as well. There are some that give less experience, but most of them should give the 9k. Another rare here. Yeah, you can see that guy gave slightly less, 2.4k. But definitely pretty good. He was actually much easier to kill too. You guys can see the rare scanners going crazy. Lots of things to kill. I'm not sure how they determine how much experience each guy gave us. Like, I gave us only 1,200. Oh yeah, one thing to note about these guys, I think they're only 1 kill per day. Or they have really long respawn timers. Killed a bunch of my shaman earlier and I was able to kill them again. And yeah, that guy only gave us 600. Let me try and find one that gives 9,000 again. Maybe this guy? That guy gave us 1,500. Yeah, I have no idea how it's determined, how much experience they give. Seems purely random. But there is plenty of stuff that gave 9,000 experience. Try this guy. Alright, there's one guy that gave 9,000. They do give a lot of rares and stuff that you can vendor and disenchant as well for some gold. Definitely works, makes this worthwhile. But yeah, 9,000 experience from that. So this is a good alternative if you don't have a Alliance tune that you want to level up. You can do each of the rares in the zone. And then probably switch to Urathi. I did also test out Mechagon, but the rares there seemed really hard to kill, even with party sync, so I didn't bother to include that in this video. But if you're geared enough, it might be worth checking out. That's going to be it for today's video. Thank you all for watching, and as always, a huge shout out to my supporters on Patreon as well. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will catch you all in the next video. Late.